Let's talk about something a little more cheerful or hopeful. There has been a breakthrough in cancer cure. A clinical drug trial recently healed 14 patients of cancer. All patients had stage 2 or stage 3 rectal cancer. After 6 months, cancer vanished from all 14 patients, that too without chemotherapy, radiation or surgery. And our next report tells you about what's being called a medical miracle.
Cancer. This 6-letter word is among the most feared, and understandably so. Cancer kills nearly 10 million people every year. These are mothers, fathers, partners, and family members. Nearly 1 in every 6 deaths is due to cancer. So when a medical trial completely heals cancer, it is nothing short of a miracle. Imtiaz is one of the 14 patients who were part of that clinical trial.
My doctor told me that this is something could possibly change your whole life.
All patients involved either had stage 2 or stage 3 rectal cancer. They were injected with a drug every 3 weeks for 6 months.
It went from this really terrifying experience to something where I could feel like, okay, maybe I can get through this.
After that, the patients were made to undergo several cancer detection tests. You know, the likes of biopsy and MRI. None of the patients showed any sign of a tumor.
That day, I didn't see the tumor. So I was thinking, where is the tumor? And maybe I thought it's hiding somewhere inside. Doctor told me, there is no more tumor. It's a miracle.
The cancer had vanished in 6 months. Stage 2 and 3 patients had become cancer-free.
The first thing I did, I called my mom. Yeah, we both cried. It was life-changing.
What drug were these patients injected with? TSR-042, or what's commonly known as dostarlimab. The researchers had not seen this miracle coming. They, in fact, had a different hypothesis, and the plan of action was to follow up the treatment with chemotherapy or surgery, or both. But none of the 12 patients needed either. The treatment showed unexpected results. It worked as immunotherapy, meaning it helped the body to use its own immune system to attack and kill the cancer cells. And 6 months later, cancer was gone, without chemotherapy, without surgery.
You go from feeling, oh, am I going to die? Am I going to lose my colon? And then to find that, oh, you're going to be fine. It's just like, wow, it was an amazing feeling.
What's more, none of the patients had any major adverse effect. All 14 were then kept under observation for up to 25 months. But again, there were no signs of a relapse or of the cancer coming back. Scientists say this is unheard of. The study was conducted at a cancer center in New York, and it was sponsored by GlaxoSmithKline, which also happens to be one of the companies manufacturing the drug, dostarlimab. Vested interests aside, the study is a big breakthrough in cancer research. Of course, the sample size is small, but the result is 100%, and it's a first in history. Could this have a broader use? Could a similar immunotherapy be replicated in patients with other forms of cancer? Doctors say yes. They say the goal will be to replicate the therapy in other cancer and adopt them in early stages. You see, cancer deaths are reduced when detected and treated at an early stage. You may be surprised to learn that nearly 400,000 children develop cancer every year. Today, the most common cancers are breast, lung, colon and rectum, and prostate cancer. Cancer arises when body cells grow uncontrollably and normal cells transform into tumor cells. The first documented case of cancer dates back to 1500 BC. Several centuries later, we have not been able to prevent or completely cure cancer. This study could now take us a step closer to that dream.